right, I got a lot of videos for you tonight that will be interesting ones. So let's check it out.
I got a question. Why do men be so offended when you ask them for money? I do not get that. That just indicates you're broke. I got a question. Why do men be so offended when you ask them for money? I do not get that. That just indicates you're broke. I got a question.
Interesting that you are the one begging for money, yet he's broke.
Niggas be wondering why you don't fuck with them, nigga. I asked you for food, you huffed and puffed. Can I get can another nigga? Niggas be wondering why you.
The only type of niggas I like is the niggas who see and do. I don't like to ask and I don't beg. So I be needing a nigga to years. Like, come on now. The only type of niggas I like.
How's that been working out for you? Seems like you're still single.
Now, I ain't saying you gotta spend money on me. Like, you don't have to. But, if you do, go up a few notches. Like, you skip the line a little bit. So just do with that information what you will. Now, I ain't saying.
Sounds like you are also still single. Skipping the line means what? Does that guarantee him a relationship? Does that guarantee him getting a chance to tap it? Means nothing. All right, this what I've said this before. Okay, the men she wants, the men all these women want, right? The men that she actually wants, the men that she's actually attracted to. He didn't have to do all this shit. All right, he didn't have to wine and dine her. He didn't have to send her money. He didn't have to do this shit. He can tap it that night. Know that, right? Know that.
So I had a man today ask me if I was ready for a serious relationship. So to answer that, my aunt suggested this. To start to say, yes, I'm serious for somebody to take care of my mortgage. I'm serious for someone to take me on vacation. I'm serious about meeting someone that wants to pay a car note and my insurance, that wants to pay my phone bill, my electricity, my internet, that wants to pay for me to get my hair, nails, and lashes done when I want to get them done. Seriously ready for somebody to put gas in my car every Sunday. I'm seriously ready for somebody that, wants to be a stepdaddy. Well, real daddy these days. I don't believe in step. I'm seriously ready for a man that doesn't want other men, because that's a Houston thing. I'm seriously ready for a man who's about that life. So I think that as a man, before you ask someone, are you ready for a serious relationship, think about what serious actually means and define it. Because for me, serious means I'm ready for someone to come in and actually be that HNIC that I need for him to be.
Be that ATM machine that she needs him to be. I've said this before. Stop approaching Western women. Stop it. Because here's the thing, okay? I've said this before, okay? Even for the passport bros, wherever you go, women want money. Wherever you go. Here, the Philippines, Thailand, wherever, okay? UK, Russia, Germany, it doesn't matter. The Dominican Republic, Colombia, it doesn't matter. Women want money. But what do you get for said money? Bitter, jaded, baby mamas, used up, kind of fat, or already pretty fat, old, right? What are men getting for their money, right? To be another man's stepdaddy, right? To be a stepdaddy of another man's child, but you know all the responsibility, none of the authority. Not like that child's gonna listen to him. It's not like he can punish that child. What do you get for to be the ATM of Western women? What? I mean, at the very least, that that, okay, you could be a passport bro, and again, do whatever you want. But you gotta think logically. What do you get for your money? What is the return on investment, right? For that money? What's the return? Because at least the passport, bro, you'll probably get a prettier woman, a younger woman, a woman that's not baggaged, right? A woman that doesn't have kids by other men that, you know, didn't have to do didn't have to do a quarter of the shit she mentioned. Still got a child off her.
Hi, babe. I just made it here to my lash appointment. Are you gonna be able to sell me?
Oh, you didn't tell me about that. What's the amount gonna be? Yes. Yes, my love.
Babe, I'm finished.
You are?
Yes.
How did it come out?
Beautiful.
Exciting, babe.
I love my lashes. They're so pretty. Babe, why do you always sell me $350?
Because I can.
But I asked you only for $150.
Well, I feel like if you're asking me, you may not have money. I don't want you to have, you know, not have zero, like be at zero. If you need anything, just whatever, like if you're stranded or you need something, I don't want you to be at zero, you know? So that's why I do that. You don't tell me kind of like where you're at with stuff, so I don't really know. I just assume you may not have anything else. I don't know. Because you're paying bills and you're doing stuff, you know? So.
Well, thank you. I like it when you do that. It makes me happy.
Good, man.
Hi, babe.
I find it funny that women aren't calling this shit out, right? 59-year-old man. Now, I don't know her age. It doesn't matter. But it's okay for women to date older because they want this, right? The money, the stability. Women don't call this shit out. I'm guaranteeing you, she's probably under 30, right? She's probably under 30. And this is the thing where, whatever, right? Men would do whatever they want with money. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but it's like at the end of the day, do not cry to nobody, right? Do not cry to nobody that this man doesn't commit to you. This man's cheat on you, right? This man is cheating on you. This man is, he switched up. He lied in the beginning. Did he? Did you think a man that just that throws around money, he's a good man? He's a morally sound man? Or do you think that this man is leading with money? Because honestly, that's superficial. Honestly, that can blind you, right? That's a great facade that you don't see about anything else, right? Because you're blinded by the money. So you don't see the character, the moralities, the principles, right? Maybe.
What y'all men need to realize is that I don't have to bring nothing to the table but myself. You have to bring everything to the fucking table. Nothing but myself. What y'all...
I don't know why she's so sweaty, but okay, whatever. And this is the problem with the sisterhood, right? This is the problem with the sisterhood, where they are spreading this poison to all women. They're spreading this poison to all women, or the majority of women. And then you don't realize that this woman does not compare to the last woman. But here's the problem, right? Women will then say, "You're beautiful, you're gorgeous. He doesn't deserve you. You're a 10. You're da 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 da." Well, you're just messing with these women's mindset, right? You're messing with these women's mentality where they think they're just delusional.
A nigga gotta pay me to even leave my house, okay? I'm not leaving my house without a Cash App, a Zelle, a Venmo. I performed, okay? Before I even waste my $60 foundation, Cash App. Before I even put on my outfits, my dress, my heels, Zelle. Before I even turn my doorknob to walk out of the door, Venmo. A nigga gotta pay me to even...
This is a woman, a single mother, that left her husband, who makes decent money, right? Left her husband that makes decent money because she was bored. She was bored of him. She wanted different. You wonder what you're paying for, right? And again, this is why women have essentially either created or perpetuate transactional relationships. Because why would you want to pay money for this woman to cuff this kind of woman? She's not loyal, right? So guess what men are paying for? Her body, her beauty. That's it. Because honestly, this woman is not fit to be in a relationship. She has shown that she's actually unfit for that. And then you wonder why men just value women's looks. Why men just value women's bodies. Because honestly, that's all women have. That's all you have. It's a sad thing, but again, women perpetuate that shit.
A lot of women today act like escorts. If a man has to pay you for your time in order to go out with you, you're an escort, okay? Most regular girls are not charging men money to take us out on a date. Like a lot of women.
Would you believe that? Would you believe that? This is something I also say too. You got to be like, just like the pandering men, you got to worry about the pandering women. Okay? Because why are you single? Why are you still single? You like women love to put on this like kind of like facade as well. I've said this. I think women are liars as well, and women are, in my honest opinion, better liars because they also come with the package, right? They don't not just the words, the package. And to be honest, men are stupid, so men get fooled by the package and believe the lie.
I'm gonna give y'all some more free game. So when you asking a man for some money, right? Say you need $100 to get your oil change. You want to ask 100. And reason being, number one, don't tell him what you need the money for. If he asks you, tell him, I just got a lot of things I got to take care of. It's been a lot on my plate and I really haven't been able to, spend time with you the way I would like to. But if, I can do this without having to work the extra hours and wear myself out, this would be better for me and you. You want to give him, you want to make him feel good. When you asking a man for some money, you always want to fit something in there that's going to please his ego. Honestly, you don't give a fuck about his ego. You just want shit done. So always ask for 3 times the amount that you really need. Now, if he don't give you that full 500, he at least going to give you a good 250, 300. Do the math. All you needed was $100. You got an extra $150 to either play with, put in your savings. That's another topic that we're gonna talk about. Putting that money up in your savings that these men be giving you when you don't even really need it. But it's okay. You're gonna save it for a rainy day. Never. And honestly, when you ask a man, can I have $40? Can I have $50? How do that sound to y'all? Wild as hell. Exactly. Ask him for 3 times. Always ask for a big number. And while we on the topic, start asking these men for houses. Ask him for a house. Tell him you want a house. Go look up a house on Zillow or rent, whatever. Go look up a house and show it to him one day when y'all together. Like, I'm looking at this house. You can be so fucking unserious. Like, I'm looking at this house. I want this so bad. And just keep bringing it up. Even a car. Even if you already got a car. Say you want a little sedan and you want a truck. Get to showing him pictures of a truck. I want this truck so bad. I want this truck so bad. And then just bring up little stuff when y'all be together on the phone like, oh my God, they just sold the truck at the one that I wanted to, at the place I wanted to go to, but I just found it at this other place. And then if you even want to go a step further, have him, take him to go, be like, can we go look at the truck? Have him take pictures of you in the car. Go for a test drive. Be like, babe, ain't this so nice? You got some leg room? Oh my gosh, it's so spacious. It's gonna be perfect for you. Like, you got enough room. Your legs not all cramped up. My car little right now. Like, that's why we always gotta be in your car. Like, if I had a car like this, baby, I would not mind driving you around. Like, you gotta make them feel good. Big that little head up. And then after that, collect your things. And then just keep going.
I've said this before where I don't support all men. I support good men. I support like-minded men because at the end of the day, she's probably talking from experience, and I'm pretty sure she's single. So, so all these stupid ass men gave her all these monies, done all these things to her because she's probably speaking from experience. And what do you got from her? Her body. Okay, great for you. I mean, from the comments, some women don't even need to give it up, and they still get shit from men. I'm not. I would not. Say these women are liars because I know men are stupid. Right? I said this a while ago. I said this story where this stupid ass man gave 10K to an OF model so he can get a photo op with her, right? Have a hug and a photo op. 10K. This beta ass incel gave 10K to this random ass woman that he probably fell in love online. But guess what she used that 10K for? To take her boyfriend on a vacation. So this beta ass incel literally paid another man to enjoy his time with the girl he's into, right? With this internet woman that he's into. This is why it's hard to, even if you want to, you can't help all men. Right? You can't. You can't help all men because they just can't help being stupid. I said this before where, I would love more men, if not all men, to not let women and lust be their weakness. Okay. This is the problem where even if bad shit like that shit happened to a man, they won't learn. Right? They won't learn from it. They will keep on doing this shit, hoping for that one chance. Because this is the thing where that money that these men spend on these women that they may have sex with, but probably don't get relationships or anything with, they could have used that money to make more money. They could have used that money to improve themselves. They could have taken that money to save, invest, so they can now provide for a woman that they actually want, right, for a long-term commitment. Because here's the thing where, at the end of the day, we as humans live longer than just, a few years. What now when you're in your 50, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s? You spent all the money on the 304s, the hoes. Now what? You don't have what do you have to pass down? You don't give a shit about your kids, right? You don't give a shit about your legacy. And then you wonder why generations of people don't have anything to pass down. No name, no wealth, no nothing. Because they only give a shit about themselves. They only give a shit about themselves that moment in time. That's the thing where I think a lot of men are so stupid. We are. And again, that stupid comes from our weakness of women and lust.
Every woman is different. Every woman has her own unique style of communicating with men, okay? But if you want to do things the way that I do it, I am naturally very, meet me in real life, very playful. Everybody around me, like my friends and my family, say I'm quite naturally flirty. And I make people feel good, okay? I've just always been like that. It's just part of my personality. I'm an Aquarius. We know how to mentally stimulate people. So if you want to be that kind of woman, you need to be playful. You need to have fun. You need to have fun. The secret is you've got to have fun with these people, okay? Most of these men are just boring. They're boring. They have boring jobs. They have boring routines, okay? Whereas I come in and I'm just fun. I'm larger than life. There's nothing normal about me. I'm very eccentric. I'm an Aquarius. I have my own way of life. And so many men get addicted to that. So many men are literally obsessed with that. If I was in this scenario,
and that's the weakness of a lot of men. None of these men actually love themselves. actually have more things going for them besides women, right? No hobbies, no enjoyments out of life, making money and women. That is it.
Mario, I would say something like, I've been a really good girl recently. Can I get a little treat from you? Okay, just something like that. That's just an example. Put your own twist on it. That's just how I would do it. And I've lost count how many times I've said something like that and it's worked. You know, I've been eyeing up something, babe. Would you be my hero and get it for me? You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun with it. The secret to being this kind of woman, to have that dark feminine energy, is you just need to have fun. You just need to have fun. You are a main character. This is your movie. You are the star of the show, so do whatever the hell you want. Okay? And when you're like this, I promise you, I don't know what it is. It's like a shift in energy, but something just happens and people just play by your rules. I swear to God, people just play by your rules. And when you kind of behave like this, you also vibrate really high. And so like people get upset.
Weak men. Only weak men play by the rules of others. Okay? Only weak men have their lives dictated by the rules of others. Okay?
Obsessed with your energy. Be careful with this though, because I've done this a lot of times and I've had people become really, really obsessed with me. Like they keep coming to me because I make people feel good. And you have to understand, it's like a drug. You do become like somebody's drug. So be careful with that, okay? The trick is to be playful and fun and feminine. Have fun with it. The reason why so many women don't get what they want in life is because they're just so serious. They're so emotional. They're so serious. They're really attached to an outcome. I don't even care. I treat it like a game. I mean, I'm gonna get what I want. I mean, why wouldn't I? So because I exude that kind of energy and I have that magnetic aura, the person who is on the other end has no choice but to do what I say. That's just how it works. That's how manifestation works, okay? That person has no choice but to play by my script. Simple, okay? I'm having fun, I'm entertaining myself, and I just come in with my energy and I just light up the room, and that's the kind of woman you need to be. So try this and let me know. Every woman.
Besides for using men for money as the common theme to all these videos, I think 99% of these women are single, right? I think they're single. And if they're not single, they're with someone they don't care about, but only care to use. Don't be the man that a woman want to use. Don't. Don't be don't be a man like that.
How do you ask for money when he said he was going to give it to you and he hasn't? Ask him, say, did you forget that you were supposed to be giving me some money? You got to say it with an attitude. You can't be too nice, because a lot of men take your nice kindness for weakness. So they know you're going to ask, but if they don't respond or don't finish doing what they said that they were going to do, they know you may not ask again because you might be perceived as a gold digger. But if you look better than them and they are lucky to be dating you, you need to go ahead and ask again and tell them, did you forget that you were supposed to give me some money this week? Because I'm still waiting. I got stuff to take care of. Are you going to do it or not? This is how you got to talk to these dudes, okay? This is how you got to how to talk to them, because that means I'm highly upset. I'm upset. You're still trying to impress me and you're not coming through. You already messed up. You better put some extra up on top of that money, or else I'm going to get it elsewhere. So that's why you got to pick the right target, because if they like you enough, they're going to go get you the money that they already promised you. How do you ask for money when he said
This is Shira 7, the modern day queen of asking for money. Right? She's the modern day queen of getting men to give money. Okay? She teaches women about that. And she's very popular with the women. You wonder why, right? Because that's the mindset of a lot of women right now. It's money.
I've
money.
never asked a man for money or gifts or anything like that. I honestly wouldn't do that. It's kind of weird to me. I just think that if you are dating the right man, you won't have to ask for those things. Like the right type of man that has a provider mindset and like wants to take care of you, wants to like be generous with you, like he's just going to do certain things without you having to ask. Last two guys that I dated were very much like that. Like I never asked for a Cartier bracelet. This man that I was dating like just wanted to get me something really nice. I barely even knew what Cartier was at the time. My Dyson Airwrap was a gift. One of them gave me a budget and a personal shopper at Bloomingdale's for my birthday. Like I just never asked for anything like that. Like I would never like expect those types of things. If you're dating the right type of man and he really likes you and he values you, he's just going to volunteer and offer to do these types of things. But if you think that just being pretty, just like looking good and being like nice is enough, it's not. Like if a man just values you for your looks, sure, he might like pay for things or give you some things, but like you are easily replaceable to him. He has to value you with everything else that you offer and that you bring. And I mean in terms of like your personality and like who you are, all of that. I think.
How do you ask for money when he's...
I've never asked a man for money or to try to attract the right man versus just seeking out a man that can take care of you and provide for you. I've never.
Where are they now? I always like to ask this, right? Where are they now? This is another single woman. You've been replaced. You're not with them. They moved on. You know, there's no good outcome to either, right? One, either they left you and you're replaced, or you left them and what they did really didn't matter, right? What they did it didn't matter, right? It didn't help to get a relationship or get a long-term relationship out of you. This is the problem with a lot of these women, right? These men only wanted you for your beauty. One, they're not with you anymore, so they saw no value in you besides for your beauty. Two, either you left them and them spending this money meant what? Them spending the money was a facade. It was a mask. It was what they led with. It didn't help them, right? It didn't show them that they were men worth being with. So no scenario even made it worth it. And it's like, then what was the point? It's like, again, so this is the problem with a lot of women where you are made to be in situationships, made to be in transactional relationships. That's it. You're not made for long-term commitment. You're not made for monogamous relationships. You are pretty much made for sugar daddy relationships. That's it. So great. This is what let's push this message to younger women or to the modern day women. Great.
If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth? And I'm asking this as a genuine question. Women literally hold the portal to life between our legs, and whether we decide to use it or not, or have the ability to use it or not, it's still there. And that's why women will always be worth what we are. But as a man, if you cannot protect your family, provide for your family, give abundance to your family of wealth and happiness, what are you worth? If you do not have money as
The portal of life. If men don't do anything, okay, would that portal still produce life? I hate this mindset where, women are trying to like misinterpret or rewrite biology. Okay, if I stand here, you stand there. Well, this portal of life start activating. Right? We're not interacting. Would this portal of life give me a child without me doing nothing? Right? No, it wouldn't. So your portal needs my key. So your portal is useless without me already. So where's the value in that? Right? If I have a car, but I can't use that car, what the fuck is used for that car? So really, your one value, your main value, is useless without me. Right? Literally, you're right there. You can't even make that one value that you put on women as useful if you don't have a man. So women are pretty much useless. Useless. I just find this really just tiring. I really do. And great. You know, I just find it funny where the majority of these women are single. Has their rhetoric helped them out? Because here's the thing. If let's say if it's a married woman or a woman that has gotten the results she wanted by living her, her narrative, right? Living what she's talking about, right? Then what can I say? Right? Here's the thing with Shira 7 shit. I know that she's married with kids. What can I say? Right? She's living her narrative. It is what it is. I mean, there's nothing you could say because she's living the life she's talking about. She's living it. So you can't really, talk about it, essentially, because she's living it. But then, are these women living the life they're talking about? No. Are you with a man of value that you want? A lot of times, no.
Because the thing is, a lot of men will not hesitate to ask you to have sex with them, or ask you to give them something, or ask you to cook for them, X, Y, and Z, the list goes on. So to ask for just a little bit of money, or why are you hesitating to ask to be taken out to dinner, or some flowers, or some chocolate? Like, why are you hesitating to ask? Just ask. Because that man would not hesitate to ask you. Because the thing.
Then why are you dealing with the men that wouldn't hesitate to ask you for money or ask you for your body? Why? I find it really weird that a lot of women base all their ideology on men that they complain about. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me because why get in with these men? You complain about these men, yet you literally choose to be with these men, right? You choose to be with the men that ask you for your body. That's what you choose. I just find it really weird. Okay? I really do. Why not get with men that it's not all about the sex. It's not all about your body. Why? Because honestly, women want these situations. They want to be able to ask. Right? Give me a reason. You're giving me a reason to ask for money. Right? Just like why do women get with the bad men? I believe a lot of women they revel in victimhood. Right? So if they're with bad men, they can say men are bad, men are dangerous, men are liars, men are whatever, right? They can live in their victimhood. But imagine if women choose good men, emotionally intelligent men, men that will respect them, love them, treat them well, men that are stable. What do they complain about? If they leave that man, if they complain about that man, essentially they become the victim, right? I mean, essentially they become the villain. Right? I mean, you gotta think. If a woman is with an amazing good man, right? I'm not saying he's particularly tall, particularly attractive, particularly wealthy, but he's loving, respectful. He makes a good husband, makes a good father, right? He would love kids. He would treat kids with whatever, right? He would be a good man. He respects you. He never mistreats you. He tries his best to, spoil you. I mean, not like crazy, not like he has a millionaire, but he tries his best. If a woman leaves that type of man, there's nothing she could say besides, "Oh, I just want my own happiness." Essentially, you are the villain. There's no victimhood in that. So why would women want that? Right? Why would women want that? Because essentially they will be painted as the bad man, as the bad guy. So of course women wouldn't desire that.
Social media has a lot of men thinking just because they have money, they automatically bring value. But what they don't realize is a woman who knows never be impressed by access to something she can create for herself. Money doesn't make you valuable if your mindset is weak. Because the truth is, a woman can match her hustle, multiply your income, and still bring peace to your life, but she's not gonna beg for a place at your table when she can just build one on her own. See, women today aren't chasing luxury because we are the luxury. We're educated, ambitious, self-made, and most importantly, we bring social media has a lot of men thinking just because they have money, they automatically bring value. But what they don't realize is a woman who knows her worth will never be impressed by access to something she can create for herself. Money doesn't make you valuable if your mindset is weak. Because the truth is, a woman can match her hustle, multiply your income, and still bring peace to your life, but she's not gonna beg for a place at your table when she can just build one on her own. See, women today aren't chasing luxury because we are the luxury. We're educated, ambitious, self-made, and most importantly, we bring purpose to every single thing we touch. So no, money doesn't make you high value. Discipline does, integrity does, and vision does. You can't buy your way into a woman's peace, and you can't flex your way into her respect, because the kind of women that men claim they want, they don't come with a price tag, they come with standards. So yeah, you might have money, but if you lack character, leadership, and direction, you're still broke in spirit. Social media has
Broken spirit. All the women I've shown you, right? All the women I've shown you, would you think any of those women would date a man rich in spirit? Right? But this is why I love the internet. It will prove women wrong. It will show their insanity, their stupidity, their delusions, their hypocrisies. You're not chasing luxury, yet you don't date a man that makes less than you. You want a man rich in integrity, morality, character. Yet you wouldn't even look a man that's making less than you in his direction. Okay. Are you multiplying a broke man's wealth? It's funny that women say, "Oh, I'm going to multiply your money," when she's talking to six-figure men, when she's talking to millionaires. Bitch, why do I need you to multiply anything when I'm doing it myself? It's funny that women constantly said, "Oh, I could help a man build, but I only want men that are already built." Does that make sense? Why the fuck would I need you when you are dating men that makes more than you, or men that makes like same amount as you? I didn't need you when I made the amount that I'm making. And you're saying that you can multiply my money when, first of all, either you make less than me or you make equal to me. How are you multiplying my money when you don't have more than me? Women are not dating, or not, women like this are not desiring, marrying, being in a long-term committed relationship with men that make less than them. So where's your results that you are multiplying broke men's money? Right? Broke men's wealth. Just a whole bunch of stupid ass women.
Well, the question was, how do you get these guys to take you shopping on a first date? And this is going to be a part series because each and every single time was a different scenario for me. The reason why I advocate to watch Shira Seven's videos because someone else is asking the same question you answered.
Is she asking a man about morality, integrity, or is it about money?
Every scenario is different. Every strategy is different. It's not a one size fits all. That's why everybody can't get it. It's going to start with mentality. And I know y'all hate to hear that because y'all got Amazon Prime mindset. And that's okay. I'll get taken shopping for the both of us. So the first guy that took me shopping, I met him because that's what y'all want to know where we met. I met him online. I paid for Tinder. I only swiped on the men that already swiped on me. I did no swiping on men whatsoever because the mindset that I learned was it doesn't matter how you like him. It's about how much he likes you. He needs like you 10 times more. I set up my Tinder profile. I made sure.
She might say it, but is she with any of these men? Probably not. Most likely not. So it only matters how much they like you. Yet at the end of the day, you're not with any of these men. Maybe should be how much you like them.
That my pictures were medium average. I made sure that when he saw me in person, I look way better. I wouldn't go freestyling with this hair because this hairstyle would bring and attract Grand Rising Queen, how you doing, goddess, and we don't want that. I dated that one time in my life and it's been poverty. So when I showed up to the first day, I looked drop dead gorgeous. He even told me you look way better in person. Your pictures don't do you justice because now I've already started the game of he thinks he got a good deal, a better deal than he expected because I look better than the pictures. So now you can't say I catfish you when I look way better in person. Makeup done, hair done, wig, bust down, and I have a video linked in this playlist of me being in his car with the top down, him taking me shopping. When he gave me that compliment, I acted humble. I was like, yeah, I'm not that great at taking pictures. Thank you for noticing. Like, I'm looking to invest in a camera because I'm putting in his head that I'm gonna need you to buy me a camera at some point in time. I'm not telling you get in a stranger's car. Let me be clear. That was just me. That's me. Live to tell the tale. Didn't make the date long. I didn't sit there and interrogate him, make it an interview. I literally looked at my phone twice during the whole date. I made the date only about an hour 15, no more than an hour and 30. And I abruptly was like, yeah, well, this was nice meeting you. I made sure I didn't order any crazy food. I was like, I have to go now. He's like, wait, why do you have to go? He was under the impression that I was leaving because there wasn't any dessert. I know because he offered. He's like, is it because we didn't order dessert? We can order dessert. And I was like, no, this is the only time I have to go to Ulta to buy makeup so I can look good for you. Mind you, I had makeup on, so he knows I buy makeup and I look better in person. So he's just trying to figure out how to like get more time with me. He knows I gotta go to Ulta. How he look as a whatever age man going to Ulta with me and not paying. He was like, let's go to Ulta. He grabbed all the food, ordered to go. He ordered so much food. I had food to go and he's the one that gave it to me. I didn't have to ask. Go to Ulta and I did the art of suggestion like Sarah says in her videos. I was like, oh, don't get the cart because whenever I get one of those baskets, I spend too much. Mind you, I'm doing it all in my feminine voice. I'm playing it down like I'm not that smart. As we walk into Ulta, he puts his hand out like this. He's like, can I get a basket, please? And I was like, oh my gosh. Baby, when I say we spent less than 20 minutes in Ulta, because I grabbed a bunch of stuff I know I didn't need. So that way, the next day, I went to Ulta and I exchanged it for what I actually needed and got to take my time to go shopping. I don't want to spend a lot of time there and he's bored. Like now he's started to feel like he could touch on me a little bit because, oh, he's spending money and I would grab his hand and I look at him and I was like, you're so silly. Stop being a bad boy. Like you gotta sell. Let me be real clear. I've never had smex with this man, okay? Stop thinking that dating equals smex. That's what men need you to believe so you'll give it up to them. You don't have to sleep with them. You gotta put in their mind that they might get it. You're almost there. So then we go.
Now, here's my thing, right? Where this woman is such a I've said this, right? I don't blame gold diggers. I don't, you know what? I don't even view gold diggers in a bad light. I don't, right? Crazy. A lot of men do. I don't view gold diggers in a bad light. Because at the end of the day, you are the mark. You are the fool. You allowed that, right? You allowed that shit. If she's using your money, you are the fucking idiot that allow it, right? If you are giving and not taking, oh, at the end of the day, it's your fucking fault. No one else's. I don't put blame on women that when men allow shit, right? If you don't want to, if you're not getting anything from it, yet you're giving, at the end of the day, you are a fucking adult, right? No one is forcing you. She's not forcing him. She's manipulating him, but she's not forcing him, right? You are just the idiot. You are the mark that was easily manipulated. But at the end of the day, right? This is what simping is. It's a one-way what is it? Transaction, I guess. One way relationship, one way interaction. He's giving, right? He's giving, she's taking. That's it, right? He's not taking anything. He's not getting anything from it. Because again, most likely she probably won't see him. Most likely they're not dating. So he's not getting nothing from it.
Go to pay, well, he go to pay, and I'm just standing behind him, and we leave, and the top is down. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm complimenting him. I'm like, you just saved me from having to do overtime. You're my hero. Oh my God, thank you so much. And as I'm leaving to go in my car, now that we're back to my car, he tries to go in for a kiss, and I give him my cheek because, baby, you didn't earn lips. Calm down. This is just shopping.
You didn't earn lips. I'm quite sure he spent hundreds of dollars on her. The date, the gas, the shopping, and he didn't earn lips. He earned a peck on the cheek. And then you wonder why men say this shit is simping. Again, I don't blame her. When you are an easy mark, you're an easy mark.
I've had this done before, even though it's my first time. It's going to be another video because I've gotten this done multiple times. So, and just so y'all know, if there are men in the comments saying 304 and try to insult me, those are not the men you go for anyway. They're broken, unhappy. Okay? Because men that actually have it think it's funny that they can do something so little that money means nothing to them, and you make it a big deal by being like, oh my God, thank you so much, you're my hero. So, yeah, there's that.
Are there men that money means nothing? Of course, right? I mean, like, the more rich, the more wealthy you are, of course, the less a couple $100 mean anything. I get it. But here's my thing where I understand money means nothing, particularly to, the wealthier he is. But does your self-respect mean nothing as well? Does your time mean nothing? Because I know for wealthy men, your time is more valuable than money. Because time already makes money. So your self-respect means nothing. Your time means nothing. Your effort means nothing. And everything about you means nothing. And that's why these women don't value said men. Now they use them, but they don't really value them. Because again, these women don't want to see them. These women don't want to even touch these men, right? They don't want to have sex with these men. They don't want to kiss these men. They don't want to touch these men. In these women's minds, these are disgusting men to be used. So really great that these men, feel special for using his meaningless money. But shows you how you yourself is meaningless.
Ask them for stuff. Ask them for stuff early. I just saved myself from the universal nice guy because I put up this prompt. I had
Truth or dare on Hinge. Truth, I'm rare, addictive, and very well put together. Dare, prove you can handle that. Spoil accordingly. Well, I don't know what this is. Throne Edenville? I don't know.
an encounter with an ex recently and he kind of pissed me off, and because he pissed me off because he was asking me for my attention and my time, my blah, 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 I told him, buy me a present. Well, I didn't really tell him buy me a present. I was like, well, if you get me something, I'll be more inclined to even have a conversation with you, because why are we even speaking? We broke up 5 years ago. You're wasting my time. And I thought, this could be like a really good idea. Let me just put up my like gifting account on my Hinge profile. Let me put it up on there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if guys even notice. Let's see if they literally just scroll at your photos. Let's see if they actually start a conversation around it. And this one guy that I was actually kind of a little bit interested in, he responded very, very quickly. And he sent me a message being like, I looked into the link on your profile. I don't like it. What are you even looking for on here? And I was like, ooh, okay, aggressive, but at least he's asking questions. Interesting. And I sent him like a message. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was along the lines of like, it's a little bit of a social experiment. I'm just testing the waters. I am looking for like the love of my life, ideally my soulmate, but who knows if I'll find them on here. And again, he ignored the whole social experiment part. And I was like, okay, fine. He comes back with some bullshit about how he's looking for real connection, that how he's not a guy who chases women. He is not a guy who auditions for women. He's a guy who knows what he brings and is very happy with himself. Dude, if you're so fucking happy with yourself, why are you having an absolute temper tantrum over me posting that I like to be spoiled? And then he said something along the lines of, I like to be spoiled, stereotype of girl before. I'm not interested in it. I think it's superficial. I want something real. I'm looking for like a real connection. I'm looking for someone who really values two.
The question was, how
Ask them a gifting account on my Hinge profile. He ignored the whole social experiment part. And I was like, okay, I like to be spoiled. And then he said something along the lines of, I like to be spoiled, stereotype of girl before. I'm not interested in it. I think it's superficial. I want something real. I'm looking for like a real connection. I'm looking for someone who really values two equal people. And I replied back to him, 50-50 is a scam. I believe in 100-100.
One, I think he wastes his time, right? Why would you even bother, you know, messing this woman and continue? Because honestly, this social experiment, right? If a woman is like putting her Amazon gift account or whatever on her dating profile, she's a waste of time. She's a waste of time. It's stupid. Okay, it really is. So you just waste your time.
I would love to have children one day. I don't know what this 50-50 BS is about guys wanting to put in 50%, girls put in 50%. Like, you're not gonna have 50% of our kids. It's never gonna be equal. You do the 100 best that you can do, and I'll do the 100 best that I can do.
It's semantics, right? It's fucking semantics. It's like it's a partnership, right? It's not like you do exactly half. No, it's like you are putting it's 50-50 is like equal, right? You're putting equal effort. It's not like you're putting half of the effort, right? You're not putting half of your, like half amount of your effort. No, you're putting equal effort. Women are just like, honestly, women are just using semantics. It's like, it shows how, honestly, illogical you are. It means you're putting equal effort.
So if you're not trying to impress a woman and you're not auditioning and dating and you're not going to court someone, what is it that guys do?
Court someone. I find it like fucking ridiculous. What day and age are we? You are not a traditional woman. Why are you asking to be courted? What about you? It's like, just because you're a woman, you want courting? Do you even know? I mean, it's like, this is the thing I find with women in a weird thing, right? Courting. Have you like experienced what courting is? If you have, why did that end then? Right? Most likely, most women haven't. You haven't experienced traditional courting. Have women actually experienced provider, right? Traditional provider? Most women haven't. Because why aren't you still with that man? Right? So that if you experienced traditional providing, but you didn't want it, why do you want it now? If you experienced traditional courtship, and why did you leave it? Right? So one, women really haven't experienced traditional providership, really. And or they haven't experienced traditional courtship, right? Because one, you either experienced it and you didn't want it, so you're a hypocrite, or you're stupid to say that you still want it if you experienced it and it didn't work. So that's idiotic. Or two, you don't know what it is like. You don't know what it's like. A lot of these women are too young to actually know what courtship is or providership is.
You know, kind of like opening up the dialogue to be like, okay, so these are all the things.
Oh, and they're not the type of women that, like, let's say if you got that example from your mom or your grandma, Well, you're not your mom, you're not your grandma. So really, why would you want their experience when you aren't them?
That you're not going to do, but what will you do? He completely ignored my questions and he replied back saying, I only have one question to ask. If we went on a date, would you expect me to pay for everything? Dude, we have not even met yet, and you're telling me that you're cheap as fuck. So you're telling me if we went on a first date, you would be repulsed at the thought of me thinking you asking me out and you paying for the first date, I'm being too much. No. And then there was some spiel about how like he's super into energy and connection and like moves from the heart and what's really important. Bitch, if what was really important was heart and connection and energy, why do you keep bringing up that I like to be spoiled? Really? Because it's giving you're two-faced as fuck. It's giving you want a girl who obviously knows she's shit and who likes to be spoiled because she knows she deserves it. Also, every girl deserves to be spoiled. Also, I did say in one of my messages that like, I spoil my friends, I spoil my family, I spoil myself. I'm the kind of person that if I see something that
You don't say you spoil your man. So what does it mean? So who gives a shit if you spoil your friends, your family? You women don't say they treat their men better.
I think one of my friends' family, someone that I care about is gonna like, I'm just gonna pick it up and buy it for them. Why wouldn't you? That's just what you do, right? Like when you do things to make the people in your life and the people that you love happy, that's just normal. But for him, apparently that's too much. And he completely skipped over the whole 50-50 scam because he knows it's a scam. My response back to him after his whole trying to be super spiritual and woke and the super sensitive guy, bitch, you're not spiritual, you're not woke, you're not emotionally intelligent, you're a scammer. You're a scammer. True and true with the disguise of a nice guy. Get the fuck away from me, please.
What is he scamming? What is he scamming? I mean, you think that he's trying to scam you into a relationship? I mean, it's like, you think he's trying to scam for your body? Because this is a thing where I find it funny that here's a woman that wants courtship, wants provider, wants a man to pay for a date. Are you any better? Right? Are you any better? Doesn't seem like that. And at the end of the day, right? I've said this, right? I would never tell a woman to lower her standards to settle. Go for it. Right? Do what you want. I said this. We're all adults. Do what you want, right? If that's your standard, if that's how you want to go about dating, that is okay. I'll just say, at the end of the day, don't complain about the results. That is it. Okay. I have a problem when you live the life that you believe you should live, right? You live by your ideologies, and then you complain about your results. That's where I say shit, right? That's where I'll say shit. It is fine that she has her views, right? It's fine, and she has her views. And she wants to stick by her views. I just find it hypocritical when you then complain about it. I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying that a lot of women do, right? Like, where are the good men at? Or this and that. Men aren't approaching that. Well, that's your fault. No one's fault but yours, right? No one's fault but your own of how your dating life turns out. That is it. No one's fault but you with how your life turns out.
Anyway, so I replied to his little boring ass, bitch ass, moochin ass message by saying, you didn't read what I said and you didn't answer my question, but your reply told me everything that I need to know. I didn't actually think he was going to reply after that. And he was like, I wish you all the best. We clearly have different values. Yeah, you're a scammer. So now I'm kind of thinking, wow, imagine if I actually met up with this guy. Imagine if I started developing emotions and feelings for this guy because I thought he was like on his shit, So have I like found a glitch in the matrix? I don't know what's happening right now because I feel like I just saved myself from 3 months of annoyance like a short-term situationship where I would have been putting forwards money to cover myself because he would be manipulating me, telling me, oh my God, my dream girl would like never pay for, like my dream girl would never expect me to pay for her. She's like so independent and so strong and so majestic and so everything. She's a queen and she treats herself like a queen and I'm a peasant. Oh yeah, forgot to mention you're a peasant. I'm getting, ask them for. I just saw a TikTok about a man complaining how some women are expensive and like their love languages are gifts, etc. And his rebuttal was it went around asking women for stuff. And there are so many men in the comments agreeing with him, saying like we're waking up and they're like, clock it. Why do men want to be us? I'm sorry, but why do you want to be a girl? You're literally copying us, acting like us. Do you expect women to now turn up to first?
I think it's funny that women complain, why do men want to be like women? You have to think, what changed? What changed? Women. Why do women want to stop taking care of the household or lessen their burdens of taking care of the household? Why do women want to stop taking care of the children or lessen the burden of taking care of children? Why do women even want to stop having kids? Why do women even want to stop catering to a man, cooking for a man? Why do women want to compete with men at making money? So I find it the funny, right, and the hypocrisy that you are here complaining about men wanting to be women, yet the one that changed is you, right? Because men were men before feminism, right? What changed it? Feminism. So it's kind of the hypocrisy there. And again, whatever you complain about men, well, it's the results of women. I've said this before. Red pill, black pill, the manosphere shit, passport bro, MGTOW, all this shit didn't pop up before feminism. It popped up after, or it gained popularity. It rise in prominence because of feminism.
Date with a bouquet of flowers and pick you up in their car. I'm so confused as to what's happening. Like he thinks he's doing his big one by saying, oh, women are asking for too much. No, you know what the funny thing is? Most women, genuinely most women never asked for a single thing. They never asked for a single thing other than loyalty and love.
Really? Says the woman who put her wish list in her fucking bio.
And for a guy who actually has your back and cares about you. But so many women get burned again and again and again. Women get lied to, women get cheated on, women get used and abused and beat up. And so many things happen in the name of love and they got absolutely nothing out of it. So you get to a point where you're like, you know what? Even if I like a guy and I had the chance to fall in love with him, at least let me gain something out of this other than just pure embarrassment. Because these guys who are running around now wanting women to wear the pants and women to buy him gifts and pick him up and send him money. Like, what? You want your nails to be pretty for a date? I'm so confused. That is a lie. I'm not confused. I'm disgusted. Oh,
And don't date those men. I don't know what you're complaining about. Were you attracted to these men? Did you wanted these men? It's like, seriously. I mean, like, at the end of the day, are these men that you are complaining about, are they complaining about they can't get a woman? Are they complaining about that? No. Right? They're not. At least not you didn't say that. At least you didn't say that these men are like they're part of the lonely male epidemic. Or most likely these men are good looking and they have no issue with getting women that would do this shit for him. At the end of the day, right? Like I just said, I'm not going to change anyone's standards and preferences, and so they're not going to be settling for anybody. But I will come in if they're complaining about the results. That is it.
I want everything handed to me with little to no effort on my behalf. I want my life to be easy. I don't want to struggle to prove myself. I don't want to work. I don't want to contribute to society in any meaningful way, or at least not in the traditional sense. And I don't even want to leave my bedroom a lot of the time. And I think that that's what I deserve. I think I deserve to get everything handed to me just because I'm alive, just because I exist. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what men want. We have built a world too easy for women. We have built it too easy for women, and you know, the women think they deserve whatever they want, which is fine, right? You may think it, but the only issue is, do you have it? Fine, you think you deserve it? Cool. So what? Right? I only care about results. I only care about results. Everything else is just delusion, right? Without results, it's just delusion. That is it. So, okay. What do you guys think? Like I showed that, right? Again, this is a thing where this is the mindset we're building, okay? Where we see it, right? Women are, in my opinion, the result, the root problem of dating. They're the root problem of society, in my opinion, right? Because women have changed. Women have changed society. Women have poisoned society. Women have. Their crazy ideology, their crazy mindset, their selfishness. Their selfishness have pretty much poisoned society. Right? And in turn, it has affected men, which only produce weak and idiotic men. Okay? It is what it is. What do you guys think?